Nice exhibition, very nice festival.
Thank you.
So, just perhaps a little introduction to this
I'm so
2010. No problem.
Oh no, that's no. She will wait. Okay. That's fine.
So, what's this year all about? 2010.
For the second time, actually, it's about showing pictures in the whole city. It's about making a city, turning a city into a museum. Like the chance we have is the city is pretty small. It's wonderful, like on the lakeside, like mountains, and like very close, very near from Montreux and Lausanne. So it's a wonderful city, but it is pretty small. So we can really use it as a game board and use it and try to turn it into a museum. So this festival is really about showing most of the pictures in the streets. It's about showing very big pictures in the streets. The biggest one is 500 square meters. It's the Chinese Li Wei, a very famous Chinese photographer, like a performer actually, and then he sells the pictures he makes from his performances. So that's the biggest one. It's 500 square meter. We also showed a 42 meters high minaret. I don't know how you say in English. And yeah, it's about scale. It's about being out of scale. It's about showing pictures unframed. It's about showing pictures in a very big size. Yeah, it's about having fun with photography actually, and trying to talk to everybody. So who is our public? We don't really know. Our public is a child, is a grandmother, is a stepmother even. It is a tourist, it is a foreigner, can be anybody. So we have to show things that interest people, that don't really hurt. It's not about hurting people or shocking people. It's just about using photography in a way to change the daily life of people. It's to use photography in a way it really reaches people in their own biography, because here when you see the exhibition, every pictures, every people that looks at the pictures in the streets will look at it with his own biography, with all the things he knows and he has lived, and so it's pretty interesting to create this interaction between an art piece and an unknown public.
So there is also a lot of motion pictures.
There is.
And there is also David Lynch with prints or painting.
With prints, actually.
Prints, yes.
Prints he makes in Paris.
So open to everything.
We call it a visual art festival, but actually 90% is photography. And we just call it visual art because we want to be free. As I said, it's kind of a game for us. So we want to be free to show what we want. So we can show, like we did, we showed a whole collection of Swiss video. It is two person having a big collection of video in Switzerland. We can show these pieces. We can also show lithography, David Lynch's lithography. We can show other videos. We can show photography. We can show actually whatever we want and however we want. So I will propose to the artists to show this or this work into this or this manner. That means we can print it on photography paper, we can print it on anything we want, and show it in any size we want and in any place we want. But what we try to do is always to create sense, and to create sense, trying to show the artist that we could show his work in another way, as he's used to into museums, and also trying to have people looking at their own city in another way, using photography installations. So Actually, it looks like it would work because the first feedbacks are really very good. So people discover some neighborhoods, some whole neighborhoods actually, again, neighborhoods they would not visit, or neighborhoods they visit every day, but they don't really see the houses anymore. They don't really see the empty places that we fill with pictures. So this is a way to, yeah, as I said, to make a whole museum in the city, and to also wrap the city into a new picture.
Starting with this GR intervention of this minaret picture, which is very political for Switzerland. So, what do you think about such a thing as this iconoclastic surgery?
Again, the minaret picture, as I said, everybody looks at a picture with his own biography. This for me is very important. So a picture never tells the same story. Actually, a picture should tell the same story, because a picture is a very small moment of reality. So it should tell one single story. It doesn't, because everybody looks at a picture with his own life and his own souvenir. So the minaret picture, the 42 high minaret we show in vevey in this moment, is only strange because of a decision of the people in Switzerland 1 year ago. If I would have shown these pictures 2 years ago, it would not be strange at all. So it's the same picture. So I think really what the matter is really about, why do we look at pictures not for what they show, but for what we want them to show. For the other example is the Li Wei picture. He's hanging in the sky, like kind of entering in a building, and he seems to fall. And somebody will tell us it's a scandal to show these pictures of a suicide. If you look at the picture, it cannot be a suicide, but who cares? Somebody who has lost a friend or something with a suicide will always tell it is a suicide. So,
is there perhaps like a next life of such a thing as this, for me, a little bit overrated and really the whole thing, like Banksy, like GR, like it's like this street art, urban art, a thing which is connected to hip hop or graffiti arts, and it always had this like strange outsider role. Now it's like mainstream, commercialized from A to C. Is there any perhaps new direction how to change like cities, nations, like places, like dogmas, political ways, which is perhaps how to bring this away from this very commercial side? Is there any proposition of yours?
The problem with commercial stuff is that they are getting commercial, but don't forget that Banksy, like the other ones, they don't start as a commercial project. So actually, if then the success is there and that there are a lot of people wanting to buy these things, it's not really a problem. It still remains that the very first idea is to use his own freedom at 100% and to be absolutely independent from any curator, from any sponsor, from any political reason to do this or to do that. So I think it doesn't matter to see that Banksy now has become something really expensive. The street remains the only place with hip hop, with art, with anything, with revolution.